Born to the Dyna life, our path had been pretty simple throughout the last 10 years. A lot, if not the majority of our content, was showing the world the true potential of a platform that wasn't even designed for touring. And here we are, now exploring the new potential of the modern bagger platform. I didn't know what the reaction would be upon us taking the first steps where we'd be veering from our traditional paths within the Dyna life. I was surprised to not only watch this content skyrocket into my most viewed video within 2 hours, but to then be pleasantly surprised by all the love and excitement we were seeing within the comment section. I didn't expect things to pan out that way, but I guess it all makes sense in a way. Myself and Von Gasfalt are coming through with over 150,000 collective miles on our stripped down Dynas. So if anyone could unlock and appreciate the true potential of these modern baggers, it would be us. However, still, a lot of people would reach out and ask, out of all the models and platforms being offered, why a modern road glide and street glide in particular? Well, that answer comes down to a couple notable factors, which we will explore in this video. So as I found myself laying down thousands of miles last year on this modern bagger platform, I began to fall in love with these bikes more and more, and at first, I couldn't figure out why. I mean, I had always gotten away with crushing the real miles on bikes that were way lighter than these with no problem. So why was I all of a sudden gravitating towards this direction? Well, because it slowly began feeling very similar to another one of my bikes. A bike that I will always go out on a limb and say was the best bike Harley-Davidson had ever made, and this of course was the FXR. These modern baggers would ride straight and true, quote unquote on rails as they say, and would offer a feeling of tightness and stiffness more than any other modern model being offered. As I've said before, if the bike doesn't handle well, it's not even worth throwing a leg over. The fact that these baggers not only handled well, but with undeniable similarity to my FXR, aka Harley-Davidson's best handling bike ever, well, that right there is enough to solidify why I see so much potential in these bikes. Yeah, I know the FXR crowd is gonna rage on me for saying this, but hey, laying down tens of thousands of miles on the FXR platform myself, I've earned the right to make this claim. I mean, hell, break it down to the bones of the bike, aka the frame. Can you easily spot the difference here besides size? Because I can't. Over the last 4 years, they tried to market the Lowrider ST as a modern day FXR, but if we're being honest here, there is way more substantial FXR DNA in the bagger frames than there is in the softail side of things.
But they coded my El Diablo as the FXR ST. How can you say that, BK Low?
Bro, just break it down to the frames, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So with the combination of the FXR DNA that exists within these bikes, in conjunction with the fact that they are thoughtfully designed for touring straight out the box, makes them the true apex predator for distance riding. Will the Dyna and Lowrider ST crush miles on the road? Of course it will. I've shown this, if anything, throughout the last decade. But who will do it better? Hell, even these modern baggers completely stock are gonna do it better than anything else being offered. Both myself and Von Gasfalt typically do a mix of miles within tight New York City chaos and the long road. But if we were to stack the quantity of miles laid down within each category, our bike trip miles are going to largely exceed our city miles, hence why it made sense for us to step into this new direction. Say 10 years back, anytime I'd throw a leg over a bagger, I was never really wowed and just kind of felt weighed down and sluggish. But now, the combination of the numerous performance upgrades ranging from suspension to a bigger motor, as well as the many refinements and weight cuts, I can honestly say that coming from a background that prioritizes performance, this is hands down the best version yet of the bagger line. Beyond that, many of you saw my video where I ripped one of these new street glides to the Pacific Coast and back. I simply put that bike into every possible sketchy situation imaginable, from off-roading to road-closing weather to extreme heat. Especially with the fact that the engine is now partially liquid-cooled, the bike truly handled all of these challenging situations with ease. So in conclusion, for years now, I kind of always thought the whole performance bagger thing was just about the novelty of taking one of the biggest bikes and building them out to be track-worthy. But upon really getting to know these bikes and their inherent DNA, I now stand to truly understand the unworldly potential of this platform, a potential that others saw years before me that I now understand. They will never remake the FXR, but honestly, they don't need to with how much FXR DNA exists within these modern baggers. As I said, having seen firsthand the potential of these bikes, in partnership with our hometown dealership, the Nassau County Harley-Davidson, we will be embarking on the final frontier, aka building out these two baggers to go as far as they can performance-wise, while also getting speeding tickets standing still. Baggers that will slay our New York City miles with no issues, and continue to excel within their inherent purpose, which is of course, crushing the real miles on the long road. So as always, whether you're excited for this new path we're forging ahead on, or you still want more of my Dyna and Lowrider ST content that is going nowhere, be sure to both like and subscribe, as it really does help as we keep things moving. We also have some of the finest merch available for those who are trying to crush those miles this season. And on that, prioritize performance, lay down the real miles, pay the iron price, and outride your demons. FXDLS Brooklyn is out.
Goodbye.